We're on to module 4 or week 4 of our term. Now, for module 4, it's really important that we build upon what we learned last week in our module 3, where we talked about ANOVA. Now we're adding in one additional independent variable. So I mentioned in my video last time that what happens in a situation where you want to add in one additional independent variable. So it's not just the effect of x on y, but rather it's the effect of x1 and x2 on y. So in other words, the effect of an independent variable number 1 and independent variable number 2 on your dependent variable. So here, think of them like puzzle pieces. So each independent variable functions like a puzzle piece. Well, one single puzzle piece really doesn't give you the whole picture of a 1,000-piece puzzle. But if you have two puzzle pieces and they fit together, they now create this clear picture for you about what the overall puzzle looks like. And if you add in a third puzzle piece, a third variable, now it adds in this new component. So we start asking ourselves questions like the following. So what's the effect that we have on memory, right? So memory being our dependent variable. Well, what happens when we include something like the number of hours studied versus reading the textbook and also reviewing the lecture materials? Well, what's the effect of reading the textbook on your grade performance, right? Or on memory performance? That would be one thing, one factor. The second factor then would be, well, what's the effect of studying on memory performance? And then number 3 would be the effect of reading the lectures or reviewing the lectures on study performance. But what happens when you combine all 3 of them together? So what happens when you study for 8 hours, review the lecture videos twice, and you read the textbook 3 times? What does that look like in terms of your memory performance? Well, all those things are important and ways that we can analyze that data through what we use, what we call a factorial ANOVA. Now we're going to talk about factorial ANOVA. We're also going to talk about the differences between main effects and interactions, and also how to probe interactions through what we call simple effects. And we're going to talk about all those and look at all the possible combinations of our effects that exist. Now, as with any of our previous weeks, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'm always happy to answer any questions.